does the amount of practice time we have now, does it bother you for training like in training camp? Like remember back in the day, like I don't know how often you used to go to practice training camp back in the day,
Mhm.
but in the old NFL where these guys had 2 days and you could go to Wofford Stadium and watch them in the morning and in the evening. And when you had 4 preseason games where you had games specifically for your starters to get and like a set amount of reps. And I think the changes of less practice time and less preseason games has definitely impacted how you've seen teams, go about training camp. And we're watching it right now in real time. I mean, I mean, what is your feeling about the amount of practice time and the amount of preseason reps that we see now in today's NFL?
I mean, the last training camp I went to was 2018. I got Ace with the Bill. I think I want to say that was the year Ace Boogie started off in the MVP campaign, but then his shoulder fell off and it's downhill from there. Um, from that, they look well. That's the thing. Like I ain't had to be nervous about week one because you could tell we was well put together, well trained. Like it was well practiced squad. I hate to bring it back. I know it was kind of it's kind of a different era then because they did do 4 preseason games. But that year, I think the first game we played the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys are known for their O line. Dak and Zeke. The Dak that was the Dak and Zeke era. You know what I'm saying? I think they even had Amari Cooper as well. There was a well put together squad. Michael Gallup too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they had Gallup or was that his rookie year or not. But the
He may
Cowboys,
he may have been young in his career at that point.
yeah, the Cowboys was a well put together squad, and we managed to manhandle them, trench it. Like it was a defensive game, but we just managed to run down on them, And I'm just using that as an example, though. I feel like the way the practice format used to be, man, we used to look like a well put together squad in that era. You know what I'm saying? Um, Even with the 2 days and everything like that. Damn, that bring back memories, man. 2 days, bro. Like
Bro,
shit, even in high school, even high school too, bro. Like, damn, man.
Jesus
That
Christ.
I could if
I
the
don't
first
miss it at all. I don't miss it at
oh man,
all.
South Carolina Heat, bro.
Man,
Man, listen.
oh my God. Look at man. Look at man. I remember my first 2 a day. We didn't do 2 days at my high school, but we just our coach would just keep us there all day. It wasn't a 2 a day. It was just you're just gonna stay here
Shit,
all
we're gonna do
day.
it
And
all day.
yeah, we're gonna do it all day. You just gonna have meetings and all this, but we gonna get on that field. You gonna be here. Don't go
Yeah.
nowhere. You go don't worry about that. My first 2 a day wasn't until college, and I thought 2 a day was a myth. I ain't gonna sit here in front with you. I'm like, Brett, can't be that bad. 2 a day ain't gonna be that bad. They ain't gonna kill us, fam. That whew. Hey, shout out North Greenwood, bro. Much love to to North Greenwood, bro. They killed me. I figured out very quickly. I like, but this ain't for you, big dog. This ain't this may not be for you. That was the first time I really questioned. I'm like, dog, can I do this? but but to stay on topic, man, I definitely feel like we see a lot less developed football because of
Yeah.
the changes that have been made. Because you have less preseason games, less practice time. We're watching a undercooked product when we see the first month. And damn near it takes up until about week 6 before I feel like we're watching legitimate teams
Yeah.
take form. And I didn't feel like it felt like that, earlier. Like in previous years of NFL football. This feels like we have to watch a team that's just not well put together, that doesn't really know how to work its system until further into the year. And I don't know. I think it hurts. It hurts a lot of guys. It hurts our rookies. It hurts the rookies in the game, and I think it leads to a lot of burnout from rookies, in their careers a lot quicker. Like I think guys aren't able to sustain careers now because there is less practice time, is less classroom time overall, and they the only way you can learn this game of football is by playing it. You can't learn it on the sideline. You can't learn it. Can't all be learned in the classroom. You have to apply the knowledge that's being taught. And I think less time to apply the knowledge on hand is what's killing a lot of young guys in the game right now. I mean, even Brady spoke about it. Like guys aren't being developed. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing, especially when you look at the quarterback side of things, where like a lot of these quarterbacks are burning out so quick. It's the lack of development. I think it's the less was less practice time And now it's taking you just to learn a playbook. You have to just learn the playbook, and it's not truly a development space. And we talked about that. The best teams are still able to draft and develop and keep all the talent in house, and that's typically in the NFL how you're able to win on a consistent basis. But
I was just I was literally just about to bring up the Brady video. I watched it too. I was like, damn, Brady's spitting. Like Brady is speaking. He's speaking the real, and a good example of that would be Trey Lance, bro. Like seeing Trey Lance fall off the way he did because I thought the Niners found Patrick Mahomes. I thought Kyle Shanahan was following the same formula. You know what I'm saying? In which, it's like I hate that, and I'm against that saying every quarterback need to be like Patrick Mahomes now, but hell, it's looking like that formula. It's looking like everybody trying to emulate Patrick Mahomes, and that's what Trey Lance kind of reminded me of coming out of was it North Dakota? Was it North Dakota State? North Dakota State, right? Yeah, North Dakota State. And man, I hate that. I hate that he's the Cowboys' third string behind Cooper Rush now. We went from third.
I believe so. I believe he slid on the depth chart, and it doesn't seem like there's a silver lining in sight for his career. Like he might not even get to be a backup quarterback the way things are looking right now. Like it's tough. And he's a guy that's that really did fall victim to not enough time being developed. Like from his days in college. To me, he should have stayed for another year. I didn't think it was any reason for him to come out when he did. I didn't think it was necessary. I thought you need more time. You simply need more football to be played before you can take that type of leap, whether you have the physical tools or not. Dog, we know a lot of this game is mental. Everybody in the NFL is physically gifted to some extent. It's up here, whether you can process the game, how do you see the game, and a lot of knowing how to see a game comes from repetition. Continuous repetition of being taught and being able to grasp more. Like, I mean, asking a guy that age, he was about 20 years old. He's about 20 years old, and you're asking him to be the face to be the franchise quarterback and all of these things, and you're not having to go from college to an NFL system and the Shanahan system, which is one of the more sought after systems in the game. But we understand why. We understand that it takes a level of understanding from the quarterback and every other position on the field to be able to play in that system. And typically, guys that play in that Shanahan system, we deem as pretty smart football players. So,
man, you read my mind, dog. You read my mind. Cause I'm like, Jimmy G got paid off that system. Jimmy Garoppolo, and now Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't know if he's employed now or not.
Bro, so a lot of guys eat off that system, man.
Yeah, Tua. I think Tua just got paid, right?
Yeah, Tua got paid.
Because McDaniel used that. Mike McDaniel used that system, the Kyle Shanahan system. So, I think CJ got a bag on the way because that's Kyle Shanahan system. Their OC is Kyle Shanahan. He came from the Kyle Shanahan tree as well. So, man, listen, that Shanahan tree, you ain't getting that, bro. That's like for you. You see, Sam Darnold got another QB1 job off that system.
Off of that system, bro. That system it's like, I guess I gotta look at it as like football for dummies, pretty much. Like, I think people do look at you away if you aren't able to grasp that system and be successful. I think people look at you and say maybe you don't think the game through well enough to play quarterback at this level, because it seems like the guys that are able to get in there and run that system are able to get ample opportunity elsewhere. So.
Now, one thing all three of those teams got in common, the Niners, the Texans, and the Dolphins, they have talent surrounding that quarterback. So I think that's the key part of the Kyle Shanahan system to work. Trey Lance had that, and he couldn't do much with it, which is concerning.
That system seems to not rely upon your athleticism. It seems to rely upon your timing, your precision, and what you can see. What can you see? Can you go 1 to 3? And how quick can you do it? And how on time can you get this ball out of there? I mean, if you can make plays, you can make plays, but that's cool. But this system is focused on how do you function as a quarterback at the base level, meaning the definition they give you of a quarterback coming out. Do that. Yeah. All the other stuff, cool, but do the basics first, and then from that point on, whether you can flourish outside of that is up to you. But ultimately, I think we all agree that right now the game is suffering because of the lack of practice time these guys are getting. Like it's suffering pretty
And it's,
bad.
especially for us, because like I don't, and just bringing the Panthers back up, I don't want to wait till week 6 or like week 10 for us to finally get over 17 points on offense. Because I feel like that's where it's going to head to. Because it's a new system, man. It's a new system. Maybe the defense keep us in the game, but I don't want us to be the Iowa of the NFL. How Iowa football is, I don't want us to be like that. I'm so used to us being excited, and maybe I'm thinking of and I'm not. I'm trust me, I'm past Cam. I am. Trust me, I promise you. But I would love to see Bryce be Alabama Bryce.
Yeah. I think everybody that version of that kid is what we envision when we think of whether this team can be good or not. That's the guy. But we'll have to. Fortunately, we just gonna have to wait. We don't really get an option with this. Whether we feel like he should play or not, we don't get the choice of putting him out there.